You have to pick a platform that you love, that you like to, that you feel comfortable with. With me, it was Instagram, right? So I just went all in it.
You're watching the Hersh Condos Digital Experience.
Welcome everyone to episode 30. It's number 30 of the Hersh Condos Digital Experience. I'm your host today, Jody Litvak, and I am sitting with social media guru and broker from North Capital Realty. This is Corrado. Corrado, how you doing?
Great, man. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited. Now I'm going to give you the backstory on how I met Corrado, because this isn't a long-standing relationship.
Yeah.
It will become one.
Yes.
But I called Corrado about 2 weeks ago. I was on Instagram. I had come across his page. He was promoting a pre-construction project. And the first thing I noticed when I went onto your profile was that it did not look at all like any typical pre-construction agent's profile. And to top it off, I mean, I guess it's the cherry on top, you had over 120,000 followers. Again, not numbers that are typical, at least for agents and brokers in Toronto and the GTA. Those follower numbers are not typical. So immediately I said to myself, I need to meet this guy. And so here we are.
Yeah.
And we're really going to be able to give our listeners, our viewers, some incredible value today, because we are going to learn the secrets behind how you were actually able to grow your account to over 100,000 followers in 3 years. But before we get into the main course, I want to find out a little bit more about you and how you actually landed up taking on a real estate career.
Yeah. Well, it all started from soccer. So from day one, my dream was to play professional soccer in Italy. And I went to Milan, got scouted by Gianpaolo Montesano. And I was training over there in Italy. I could have signed a big contract, but got homesick. I wasn't mentally ready at the time, right? So whenever I'd come back to Toronto, I used to do these freestyle soccer gigs where I got to meet a lot of people. Cool. And once I got booked for a club event, and I freestyled for like maybe a couple thousand people. I think that night I brought like
freestyle basketball tricks?
Soccer
tricks. I meant soccer tricks.
It's all good. Yeah. So basically I would do tricks with the ball, right? And that night I brought 500 people. Wow. And I remember the club owner is like, hey, why don't you bring people here every Saturday?
Well, where would you get, where as a basketball, where did you get 500 people from?
Just my friends.
You have 500 friends?
Yeah, people that would come out. Because prior to doing that, like I was a little bit into the scene, but not really. But when I brought 500 people, the club owner is like, hey, I'll give you like $2 a head for everybody you bring. So if you do the math, it's $1,000. Right? So it's cash money. I was young. It was a lot of money at the time. And so I kept doing that. Then Adidas, I did stuff with Adidas, Tennis Canada. And that's how I built my network for the promotion stuff. From there, I started a big nightclub promotion business. I was throwing events with like over 5,000 people a year. Wow. And I basically transitioned to real estate because I saw a lot of the clubs were closing. So I decided to get into the real estate business. And when I got into it, I didn't know I was going to do pre-construction right away. I kind of tested it. Like I got my license thinking like, you know what, if I like it, I like it. If not, I'll do something else. Right?
Yeah.
So I got into pre-construction. It was very similar to promoting. Both businesses complement each other, right? And I started selling volume for builders. So my mentality getting into real estate was that I'm a marketer. I'm not I happen to do real estate because I invested my own money in it, but I'm a marketer, and that's what I'm going to do. And if it doesn't work out, I'll just get into something else.
How much would you say that obviously marketing plays a huge role, but the sales side of it, do you have a natural knack for sales? Is that not? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it comes from, I guess, the promoting and starting businesses at a young age. Throughout all that process, I forgot to mention something crazy that happened in my life is I opened up an Extreme Pita franchise and I lost $300,000. And that taught me a lot about business and how to negotiate and deal with, making the right decisions. So I had to lose $300,000 at a young age to understand and how to make the right decisions.
What did that loss teach you?
Oh, it was the best lesson ever. Yeah. It taught me like how to do proper due diligence in anything that I do. I needed that lesson because I was stubborn. And I thought that, you know, I was able to do anything, but I needed to lose and I needed that beating at a young age because I was able to recover really fast.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, not cool that it happened.
It's all,
cool,
I understand.
But
I get
cool
it.
that
Yeah.
you're able. A lot of people don't come out of those scenarios and take the silver lining. So, you know, and it might take some time to find that.
Yes.
But nice that you were able to find the good in that. I think what we really want to get into, the question that is on everybody's mind, they're probably been waiting the last 5 minutes. Okay, Corrado, we get it. We know who you are now. Now tell us the juice. How were you able to effectively grow your Instagram and social platform accounts, but specifically Instagram, to over 120,000 followers in just 3 years?
Yeah. You have to pick a platform that you love, that you like to, that you feel comfortable with. With me, it was Instagram, right? So I just went all in it, doing whatever it takes to build that platform, spending time engaging, commenting on people's stuff. What I would do is I'd put out a lot of videos and I'd figure out the one that performed the best organically.
What was the content, the nature of content?
Just about real estate. I would talk about real estate and, you know, like maybe pre-construction or assignments, whatever it is. Just explaining.
A tip of the day, something simple, right?
Something simple, right? And if it performed really well organically, then I would put money towards it, just boosting the post or doing brand awareness ads from the ad manager side.
So an interesting way to do things would be, let's say you made 5 videos and released them over the course of a week.
Yes.
To see, and then gave them a little bit of time to get the statistics, the likes, the shares, all of those things.
Yeah.
The one that performed the best the following week, you'd keep it running and you'd put a certain amount of ad spend behind it.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, talk to me, because this is interesting, something you do. But talk to me about fusing your personal life with your professional career. How have you found success with using this method of fusing your personal and professional careers together? And more importantly, what are the benefits of doing this?
It's a huge benefit.
Okay.
Right? Because what you're doing is you're using, let's say you're into soccer or you're, you know, like I used to be a nightclub promoter. So what I'm doing Thursdays is I provide this live stream with a really good DJ and we make people have a good time. The purpose is to actually get people to, you know, have fun and smile and, you know, they can't go clubbing, right? My job back in the day was to make people have a good time, bring them to a nightclub. And so I'm thinking now, what can I do to bring some value? Not a lot of realtors are doing that. Like, you know, maybe somebody's into fitness and they can make videos about fitness and not, you know, they're not really making a video to like sell a property. It's just about fitness, right?
Corrado, what would you say to somebody, you know, who argue against you, say, my investors aren't into Thursday night DJ parties?
Yeah, you never know. You never know who you're going to get. Never know who you're going to get. It's weird, the calls that I get the following day after the live, after the Thursday nights, digital party Thursdays. It's like the type of calls that I get. People are like, you know what, Corrado, one guy called me the following day. He's like, you know, thanks for doing this. Like, it actually put a smile to my face. Like, it was good that, you know, you're making people have a good time, right?
It's interesting because a lot of people seem to know how their database spends their money. And if that was the case, they would have an upper edge on how to be able to target market and everything. But the truth of the matter is, many realtors out there have databases that start in the thousands, if not go up into the tens of thousands of people. And to claim that you know what your database spends their money on, how they invest, what their interests are, would be preposterous.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't know
until
you try it.
And so I think it's really unique to be able to take a DJ side of like Thursday night social and run that through your business account, because not everybody is looking to just get sold in business. As you can see today in our you know, social media centric world, it's the simplest thing. Like Hersh, for example, a few weeks ago, left his cell phone on his roof
Yeah.
and then drove away. And then there was a whole story we created about Hersh's mission to find his cell phone. Absolutely nothing. That we'd have nothing to do with cell phones, finding them, replacing cracked screens, but we shot a story about the adventures of Hersh finding his cell phone, and he does in the end. And and the amount of response we were able to conjure up from an interesting, funny little personal side of who we are versus a strictly straight business was probably more engaging than many of the other business posts.
That's how you grow your accounts, right? By doing things like that and making it engaging for people.
What would you say are the 2 key points for somebody really actively looking to grow their account as organically as possible? What would 2 takeaway pieces be for them to remember?
I would say don't focus on growing your account. Like, don't say, I want the followers.
Okay.
Right? Focus on putting out good content that's different, unique. Think outside the box. And if you do stuff that other people are not doing, then it will click, right? And there's always room for quality at the top. Right? So like a lot of people are like, am I late in the game? You're not. If you're unique and you try different things, that's what people want to see. And at the end of the day, Facebook, Instagram, and all these social platforms, they want you to spend money. Right? And that's something that, that you need to have a budget. If you want to grow it faster, spending more money will help you grow for sure on ads and, different campaigns that you can run.
Before we go, what percentage of your business do you think you do off of social media?
All of it, like majority of it. Like I didn't even have a website till like I don't know, maybe 6 months ago.
So like you're saying all the deals you do typically come from a social media post?
Yes, pretty much. Majority of my deals are from people I know and all my social media stuff.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by today.
Thanks for having me, man. You guys are awesome.
This was an amazing episode. It was episode 30. And I'm Jody Litvack signing off. We hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see y'all real soon.
Later, guys.
Peace.
Thanks for watching the Hersh Condos Digital Experience. Stay tuned for more exciting content. Subscribe to our channel and make sure to follow us on all our social media platforms.